Good morning, everyone. This is Diane. I'm just gonna kind of fill you in on what's going on with my Raggedy Ann journals. I didn't even upload the video I made yesterday. It will be uploaded before this one does. But the person that was knocking at my door was my daughter with her two boys. And so that took up the rest of my evening, and they ended up spending the night with me. But it was wonderful. It was an answer to prayer, actually. But we're not done yet. So anyway, the house is a mess downstairs, but I want to get busy on these journals. So I'm just going to show you what I have that I'm working on. I have 4 book covers, so I'm hoping to get all 4 of these journals done. Probably not all in this week, but this is the one that I am making for myself. Yes, I'm making myself another journal, because that was the idea when I was going to make Raggedy Ann journals. I wanted one for myself because she is special to me, and I'll talk about that probably in a video about why Raggedy Ann is special to me. But this is a really old book that I think maybe somebody sent this one to me. I have a couple. I have this one that I think I bought at an antique store. And I'm keeping this one. I'm not going to take it apart because it's in decent shape. And I want to read it. My mother used to read these stories to me. This one, I think somebody sent it to me, and it had blue tape here. And it's in pretty rough shape. So I took this one apart, and this is the one I'm making for myself. I also have this one, who I think these were sent to me by the same person. And I don't remember if I bought them. I can't remember because she did send me some books out of the goodness of her heart. She just sent some to me, so I don't remember which ones I bought. But this one is in really bad shape, and I don't know. I love this image on the front. I think I'm going to make myself like a wire-bound notebook or something out of it, just because I love it. This was already torn off, but look at that. It's adorable. And so but I took the pages out of that one, and I'll be using them in these journals. So the pages out of this one, I cut out the large images like this, and I'm going to use them on the front of my signatures and also in some of the other books. So let me show you the other book covers I have. This is one, I don't remember if somebody sent this to me too. I just don't remember where I got all the books. But this one had something stuck to it, obviously. I don't think it was there when I got it, but the glue and paper is still stuck there. So I'm going to have to put something pretty on the edge there. It's a pretty bright color. Magenta isn't a color I normally think of with Raggedy Ann, but we're going with it. And I picked out some papers that I think are going to be really cute with it. And then I have a golden book and a wonder book. So I have Raggedy Ann and Andy and the Rainy Day Circus and Raggedy Ann's Secret. Neither of these are illustrated by Johnny Gruel, but they're still Raggedy Ann. So these are going to be the golden book type of journals. So that's what I'm working on. And I did the video I did yesterday had me painting these, coloring these tags. So I still have to embellish them, stamp on them, or embellish them somehow. I still have to do that. And then also I was working on this, and I cut a corner off of it. I love the way this turned out. So I took this printable from the old design shop and just sewed it to a piece of this. So this can be journaled on, and it's a nice sturdy journaling card. I have my coffee dyed papers, and I have pages selected for each of the book covers. And I wanted to think of a printable paper I can use, because the old design shop images are for journaling cards and pockets and things like that. They're not pages, but I love them. In fact, these images are actually in the book that I'm keeping for myself. But I was thinking of homey looking journals, because Raggedy Ann is a rag doll, which I mentioned that yesterday. So I decided to use some of the wallpaper printables that I have, and I just recently got these, and I don't remember where I got them. I'll have to see if I can find that. So I printed these wallpaper backgrounds, and then I had a set, and I don't remember who did these either, but it's Sears wallpaper, and I only printed a couple. I thought I did more than this. I think there will be more that I'll do, but some of them I didn't want those colors with these books, but I did do a couple. And then on the back, in my digital files, I have this background paper, so I use that too on the backgrounds of these. This is the size of that. So I have those. These are some of the old Design Shop images that I've adhered to coffee dyed paper and stitched around. So I've got those ready, and I've got more to do. And I told you in the other video that I had pulled some fabrics. So I have these hexagon feed sack pieces that Jennifer sent me. Thank you, Jennifer. And I've got some pretty special things here. I'm reaching across the camera, I'm sorry. Some more hexagons. I think I bought these. She had those in her shop, and there was only one pack left, or only one pack available, and I grabbed it. So I've got some more feed sack fabrics that I think are great. The colors are great for these journals. And someone had sent me this doll dress, and I think she may have said it was a Raggedy Ann dress, and it has this apron with it. So I'm going to have to incorporate this somehow, and then this too with the smocking. So cute. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these, but I brought them over. And I have this patchwork piece that I could, this would be representative of Raggedy Andy. And this. These are printed, but they are a really cute patchwork design. And this, I love this. These are vintage fabrics. Just a muslin. Raggedy Andy, in some of his pictures, he has a gingham, a red and white checked shirt. Some more printed patchwork pieces. And this is pieced together squares. So I'm not sure what I'll do with these, but I liked the colors for this project. And the rest of this doesn't belong over here in this pile. So that's what I'm working with, and I pulled out some ribbons, or some laces and pom-poms and rickrack and things like that. I wanted to use these in a domestic arts journal. These were sent to me by someone also. But I might use pieces of them in these journals. We'll just see. So I think I have enough stuff pulled, and I am going to keep working on these journals. Let me set these things aside. And I have my signature covers here. So I am going to take this piece of red and white rickrack and sew it here, but I'm going to make this page into a pocket. It is from the vintage book, but it doesn't feel very fragile. And it is for myself. So I don't think I'm going to back it with anything. I think it's okay. Maybe if I was going to sell it, I would, but it doesn't feel fragile. The illustrations in this book are by Johnny's brother, Worth. A lot of the times, Johnny did the illustrations. But these illustrations were done by Worth Rule. Oh, I forgot to sew this on. Oh well. I'll do it. And there's a slight difference. Their faces are different. You can tell the difference between Johnny Gruel and Worth Gruel's illustrations. So I might as well tell you my Raggedy Ann stories, right? So the first thing is, I remember there were 6 children in my family, but my youngest sister was 10 years younger than me. So I don't think that she was even born yet when my mom was reading stories to us at bedtime. I'm sure she did too for my younger sisters, but anyway, she would sit in her wooden rocking chair and we would sit around her feet and she would read stories to us before we went to bed. And I loved the Raggedy Ann stories. I'm going to use this fuzzy blue rickrack because I love it. And I love dolls anyway, and my mother was a very good seamstress, and she made Raggedy Ann dolls for us. So I loved Raggedy Ann. So that was one thing. I have very fond memories of Raggedy Ann from my mother reading the stories to us. And then the other thing was, being the very good seamstress that she was, she made our Halloween costumes every year. And one year she made Raggedy Ann for me and Raggedy Andy for my brother. And they had a face mask it was a wig actually, and it was made out of netting. And the yarn loops were sewn into the netting. And then the face mask, the netting came down halfway over our face, and it had felt features, felt nose and felt eyes. It was a magnificent creation. She used a pattern. But boy, did it turn out nice. So I lived in a country town and our school was small, so we had a Halloween party in the evening instead of during school hours, and the whole community was supposed to go, and the school kids were supposed to wear their costumes. So we were Raggedy Ann and Andy, and the judges stood in the center of the multi-purpose room, and the kids in costume just kind of walked slowly around them in a circle. I think this is going to be crooked. And then the judges would select kids to come into the center of the circle, and my brother and I were chosen to come in. And then when they had everybody selected that they were going to, they announced the winners of the different categories. So my brother and I won the cutest costume, and all the winners had to go up on the stage so everybody could see us, and we won I think it was a brown bag full of candy. So that was a very good memory. And then the next year or the year after, my sister wore my costume, but I don't think David's costume was ever worn by anybody again because our other brother was older. So anyway, those are my Raggedy Ann stories. And journals are for memory keeping. And so just having a journal with a Raggedy Ann theme is a good memory for me. I'll put this one down at the bottom. I think I'm gonna add some lace to the edges of these too before we're done. It's a little tricky with the little pom-poms. Keeps pushing it out of the way. Okay. Okay, so we have the pictures on with their little trims. And I brought over my edging laces that I like to put on the edges of my pages. I'm trying to decide which one I want to be the first signature. I think I like this one the best. So I'm going to put this. I had run out of these. I have plenty of laces, but I just like using these crochet trims that aren't too big. So I had gotten some more at Hobby Lobby when they had them half price. So this one is 2 yards of this really pretty crochet trim, and it was $1.50 when it was half price. I want to thank you for snatching up those Valentine journal kits so quickly. And I mentioned in that video that I have a couple more journal kits in the works. And I will tell you now that they are butterfly themed. That looks cute, doesn't it? And then I'll have to put something in there. So I have a gorgeous, gorgeous butterfly cover. And I wanted to use it because, I mean, I bought that book because it was just such a beautiful cover. But I don't dislike butterflies, but I'm not really into butterflies. And I have so many journals to make. So I decided, and after I got that book, when people saw it on my videos, somebody sent me some a few, not a ton, but a few butterfly things to use in that journal. Plus I had some stuff that I could use. But I decided I am going to sell it as a journal kit because I just have so many journals that I really want to make, and I don't need to make a butterfly journal. So I found another journal cover that would be really nice. It doesn't have butterflies on it, but it has poppies. So it's a nice bright colored cover that will make a good butterfly journal. So I've started gathering things for that, so I have to finish that. And I think you're going to see a lot more journal kits from me as I work on destashing. So there's that one. I hope this isn't too boring. You're just watching me do the same thing over and over. I'm going to put this white lace on this. I don't mind if there's white and beige together, but look at how pretty that is. This was also $1.50 for 2 yards. This one's actually, this one's actually 3 yards. And that's a nice one too for an edging. Okay, so there's that. I don't know what I'm going to do next, so I'm going to stop this video, and when I figure it out, maybe I'll bring you back with me again. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.